Good evening, Uncle Al. Good evening, Uncle Al. It's been a long day. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're feeling better. Oh man, I just made myself a cup of coffee, Folgers. All I've had to drink today is coffee. Haven't had any diet soda. Haven't had any tea, lemonade, or anything. Just coffee. It's been a coffee day, and I'm tired. I am tired. Hello, KP Heathen. Hope you had a good day in Louisiana. Uncle Al left me a comment before I pulled up the stream. He may be off doing something else. I'm only showing you in the house right now. I'm showing one person and 2 likes. Yeah, it's been hot. They've been doing heat advisories. I'm drinking coffee. It's been a day. One of my students went off about 30 minutes before it was time to go home. Oh, God. Oh, Lord have mercy, help me. Having to deal with that mess and document it. I will try to go watch that video. Tell the truth. It's a better heat. Julie Ann West, hello. Five in the house, 3 likes. Thank you for coming, Julie. Hello, Uncle Al. Hello, Juliana Martin. Welcome. I had to fix it so it would work better. Well, whatever works for you, son. I did you decide to do some welding or put some welding? Or did some welding or tacking on it? It's meant to be able to flatten out. Set it up, you flatten it out, and I got a couple of them. I like them. Mm. 3 in the house, 3 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. Ooh. I've heard thunder in the distance. It may rain again. You get scattered showers that come through, and I thought I'd stay a little more professional. I'm wearing my white dress shirt that I wore to work, and I'm wearing a pair of shorts. So you can't see my shorts because I'm sitting here But I'm in shorts, and as soon as the live stream's over, I'm going down to my t-shirt. I am tired. Melinda Elliott, welcome, Melinda Elliott. Thank you for a thumbs up, Melinda. 7 in the house. Oh, I'm tired. And I am drinking Folgers coffee with French vanilla creamer. I'm on my second short of the day. The first one I dropped this morning has a little over 600 views. And the one I just dropped has around 100 views. I dropped one about an hour ago. Last time I checked, it was at about 100 views. I lied. It's at 150 views. So I dropped a short about an hour and a half ago. It has about 150 views. It seems like the algorithm runs it until it gets to the 400s and usually shuts it down. Sometimes I get one goes to 500. Had one earlier that went to 600. And I haven't had any of them just blow up. And I'm sitting at 1,687 subscribers, I believe. I need about 13 to hit 1,700. When I hit 1,700, it will trigger my 1,700 subscriber giveaway. After I hit 1,700 and it stays that way for about 24 hours, and I know it's gonna hold, I will. Yes, my wife last night, Uncle Al, and bought some Asian food like shrimp fried rice, and I was tired. She tried to bring me 9 o'clock last night, and I said no, tired, want to sleep. So it's like leftovers, and then had a couple of side salads in the fridge, and I took one of the side salads. So I had a side salad and that chicken fried rice or shrimp fried rice, should say, for supper. And now to wash it down, I'm drinking a cup of Folgers with French vanilla creamer. I am trying to make it through an hour and I'll go to bed. I'm tired. I got to get up early in the morning. I told my students that I would, I've got 5 kids right now. Had one leave. Parent checked him out. Guess too far from home as far as, where they live as opposed to the school. And so I'm at 5 kids. So I took their orders and said each of them are going to get a taco in the morning. And then I promised them a pizza party at lunch. End of the first week. They all behaved well except one of them who was just fine until about 3:15, and then he had an episode, and I had to deal with that. And when you deal with things, I mean, I could imagine being a police officer or a soldier, having to deal with combat, or having to deal with arresting a criminal or something other, or having to deal with some irate person that just basically sets your nerves off. Um, you know, you have to document, you document stuff and fill out paperwork and all. Same thing for, me. And then I got to contact the parent, about it. I mean, it is what it is, and a lot of times things are very all quiet on the Western Front, and then all of a sudden, there's a bombardment. So it's been quiet. It was quiet the first 2 days of school. It was quiet till 3:15 today. And about 30 minutes before school got out, I had my bombardment. One kid, um, and it didn't start with me, but I had to deal with it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Uh, yeah, yeah, and two sides. Okay, that's fine, Uncle Al. The wife usually gets wonton, and we'll get some egg rolls with it. And I just basically just took and there's another bunch of that out there. But she had 2 orders of it, so there's another enough to eat another meal out there beyond what I ate, and I ate mine. But yeah, I talk to people talking about preparedness. If something happens, you're going to wind up eating what you have access to. You can't go to the store, so it's what's in the pantry, or what have you laid back? What do you have? In an emergency, that's what you have. You can't say, well, I'm going to go down to the grocery store, or I'm going to go down to the drive-in restaurant, or I'm going to go. No, you're going to have what you have. And that's something that you've got to plan for and you've got to anticipate. Five in the house. You can talk about, well, I want a this and I want a that and I want a. If you don't have it, you can want it, but it doesn't mean you have it. So you got to work with what you have. Um, I don't want to get into what all I have, as an example or as examples, but I will tell you, and I oftentimes talk about shotguns. So I can handle a 12 gauge with double up buck. I have a 12 gauge pump shotgun, and I double up buck. What do I prefer now that I'm older? I like my 20 gauge pump Remington pump shotgun with triple up buck. You could clean it. You could clear a building. You could clear a room. Um, it'll take care of business. You don't have to be the best shot in the world. I mean, you aim in the general direction, and you're going to take care of it. And it has a tube, so you got multiple rounds. You can fire multiple, shots, pump it and fire. And I've got a sleeve on the stock with six extra shells, so I can reload. And that's my preference. Now, um, if I'm out and about, it's obviously going to be a pistol, and it'll be a. Chances are, it'll be a 357 as opposed to a 9 millimeter. Yes, I have both. I own both, but I like, sentimental. Uncle Al says don't get sentimental, but I will tell you, my mother had a 357 3-inch Lady Smith satin stainless with cherrywood grips. It was a a K frame, not the heavy frame, but 357. I keep 38 plus P in it, hollow points. I have two speed loaders, so if I was out and about, I would probably carry at least one speed loader with me. That gives me an extra 6 shots. If I can't deal with what I need to deal with 12 shots, or immediately with 6, then it must be the zombie apocalypse, and I'll probably be carrying my 9mm. But for just around, everyday carry, it would be my, I'd carry it concealed, and that's the way I roll. The Black Widow and Scully Pop. How are y'all doing? How are you doing, Scully Pop? Well, you came in a little after I got started. I was mentioning that, the first 2 days of school were great. Today was great until about 3:15. About 30 minutes before school was to get out, one of my kids went off and had an episode. And then you got to deal with it. And you got to document it. And you gotta contact the parent. It's just a pain in the rear end. And it just basically wrecks your nerves. It's like you get an adrenaline, spike, and then you shake afterwards, type thing, dealing with it. And it didn't directly start with me, but it transitioned to me when I intervened, type thing. So it's part of the job. It is what it is. But my week's going fine. Tomorrow's Friday, and I told my kid, I took orders. I've got 5 kids right now. I had 6, and I've lost one. Parent checked him out third day of school. So I told them I'd bring them a taco in the morning. I can get $2 tacos before 8. So I'm gonna bring tacos for my help in the buying 9 tacos. There are 4 adults in the room, 5 kids, so 9 tacos, and just you take care of business. It is what it is. Hello, Mama 4 boys. So I am working. I'm working on trying to hit 1,700. I'm at 1,687. I need 13 more. I was at 1,688, but you gain 1, I lost 1. Drinking Folgers coffee with French vanilla creamer. This has been a coffee day. It's about my 5th cup of coffee today. Hello, Joseph Moore. How you doing? Well, I appreciate that. I have a backup channel, and it has 41 subs, and I am probably subbed to about 100 of y'all. There's about 100 people that I'm subbed to on my backup channel. I'm pretty sure that most everybody in here, I'm subbed on my backup channel. Not that I will use my backup channel to give watch time, like to run live streams. I oftentimes overnight run, an hour and a half live stream for somebody to give them watch time. I follow up with, that they know it's me, full view or full replay, like number, tell them what like number it is, have a blessed day, and a couple of emojis. Um, so, I was talking about the situation that I had happen. And, just segueing and thinking about it, you're minding your business, going about your business, and then something happens. Usually, if it's a storm, you get some notice. You get the big freeze, you got some notice. So you got a little prep time. But let's say, you're going about your business and you live wherever you live and something major happens. Something happens. And it could be natural or it could be man-made. And you find yourself in a situation where you can't use credit cards, you can't use debit cards. You may or may not be able to. You may or may not have money to use, and you may be able to use money if they're willing to sell to you at that point. And you may have a short window where you can go and buy stuff before stores close. You may or may not. You go home, you sit down, and you think about what's going on. Do you have what you need to get you through? If it's a hurricane or storm, there's a power outage and you're not going to have power for a week, you may not have running water for a few days. Do you have what you need to get you through that week? If you can't answer yes, I have no pity for you. I really have no pity for you, especially if you're somebody that comes in here on a regular basis. Because I know I talk about a lot of stuff, and we talk about a lot of stuff, and people make comments about a lot of stuff, and I see, some of you go on to some of the other channels that I, connect with, and they talk about the same stuff that I talk about, maybe better than I do, Uncle Al does a better job. He gives better advice than I do. He, I consider him a mentor. He's a friend, but he's a mentor, And we talk about stuff, we communicate. He oftentimes will tell me what to talk about. Talk about this. And he'll give me pointers. Make sure you mention these things. He's a blessing. But you need to look around. And and I talk to people. I've got friends. They're very educated. They're retired. They're a little bit older. They got money. And we talk about, well, you need this and you need that and such blah blah blah. And they're not really into that. And they don't really, they don't want to stock up like you start buying this and start buying that and have this, and And if something happens, they would be fine for the first couple of weeks. They'd understand, they'd be fine for a couple of weeks. And after the first couple of weeks, they're ready to die. If that's the way it's going to be, they're ready to go. They're in their 70s and their thoughts are, well, that's it. And I'm sorry. I want to live as long, and I want my family to live as long as we can. Unless it's the Lord knocking on the door, then I want to get through whatever's happening. BWC. BWC, welcome BWC. BWC is a relatively new channel. 13 subscribers and 2 videos. And I am subscribed on both of my channels. I just subscribed on my backup channel. So BWC, 2 of your subs are me. BWC's got a couple of shorts up. Relatively young channel. Welcome to my channel. Hello, Bud Files. So I don't want to be getting on to anybody. You know, you catch me when I'm tired, and you catch me when I've had an afternoon. I tend to speak my mind a little bit more, you know. And this is about the 5th cup of coffee today. So you have a family. You have a young family. You're responsible for them. So you need to make sure that you have what you need to take care of them. You have a wife. You have a husband. Your team. You have friends. You have a small group. You better make sure you bring something to that group, and the people who are in the group with you bring something to the group. Likewise, you better have a good inventory of what you have, and you better be filling gaps in what you have. Think about it. Think low tech, no power. How are you going to heat water? How are you going to have water? The water's not flowing. What are you going to eat? Do you take medication? Do you have a good supply of your medication? Hello, CR. Levin in the house. 11 likes. I'm about midway through my live stream. Try to do an hour. I'm still wearing my dress shirt. I thought I'd need to be a little more professional tonight. Plus, it hides the belly. I don't look as fat. Hello, little lone prepper. So, I ordered 2 5-packs of Hormel Completes variety packs. 2 different variety packs. So I should have 10 different menus. Most of what they have, a selection of what they have. I should have 1 of each. Paid $25. Tax, title, license delivered. Should get it Friday. Tomorrow. Probably be coming from distribution, maybe in Houston. I think it's probably coming from that distribution center. But unless you're going to roll over and just, you know, lay there until you are no more, you gotta help yourself. Or do you have somebody else that's going to basically take you by the hand and carry you and, you know, pat you on the head and see that you get your food and treat you like you were when you were a 3 or 4 year old kid? I understand. Prepare your videos. I will try to get by to see some of them. I will be doing a 1,700 subscriber giveaway when I hit 1,700, and I keep it for about 24 hours or so. Well, I know I'm not going to drop back down. I've got about 1687 last time I checked, and so I'm getting close. If you want to be in the running for my next goodie box, you need to look at my last 5 videos that I have released when I hit that 1,700. Now, I may or may not release another video between now and then. It may go really fast, or it may be a couple of weeks before I hit 1,700. But when I do, I'm going to look at that last video that I did, and I'm going to write down all the names. And then I'm going to backtrack 4 videos, starting with the next one back. I'm either going to check off or scratch out. When I get to the end, anything that's not scratched out, I will shout them out in my video at recommended, and I will put their name in a hat. I'll do a video of the drawing and loading the box and the whole 9 yards. Probably get to see me eat a taco and talk about it, drinking some coffee. You get uploaded, and, you know, let me know where you live, and you'll be getting a box from me in the mail. That's the way I've done it since 500. Started with 500, and every 100 since then I've done a giveaway. Hello, hello, Yoda. How you doing, Dave? So I went to a young person who's tech savvy, who does YouTube, that I know, and they helped me get the 2-step verification done, and then there was something else that had to be done, and it wasn't letting them complete it. So I don't know if that's YouTube screwing up or YouTube trying to prevent me from doing the finalization of whatever I need to do. I know that I think I have to select an ad which will be linked with my channel, or that will go with my channel for those people who are not paying for premium. You know, if I do a significant video or whatever, they're running ads on me already. You know, I've been told, and I have seen, when I've looked at stuff, I've seen Joel Osteen. I've seen some of these ads for various forms of, you know, laxatives and Depends and things that older people, you know, might be needing. It is what it is. But it would not let me. It would not let me finish it. And don't say woohoo, because I qualified for monetization 6 months ago or more. I was over 4,000 watch hours 6 months ago, and I had over 1,500 subscribers at that time. So don't, you know, woohoo, woohoo. I've been trying to, between me and 2 or 3 other people that I've tried to, nobody's been able to, and, you know, people, it takes about 10 minutes. Well, you know, no. And I had somebody that knows what they're doing today, and they have problems with it for me. So I don't know. Got the two-step verification done, and then there's something else. It's like two or three things you got to do, and just for whatever reason it wouldn't save or it wouldn't kick on to the next. And I don't even remember what they told me what it was that they were having problems with, but they were having problems with something other. Yeah, probably. No, I didn't get it done. It's still not finished. The two-step verification is done, but the rest of it's not done. It was. Now here's another thing. I have been going to respond to comments, and periodically I get error signals. It will not let me send a response. It gives me an error notification. So I've had that happen with half a dozen times recently, where I go and want to, and sometimes it doesn't happen, sometimes it happens. I don't understand it, but I go to want to make a response, and when I want to send it, it gives me an error signal. So I can either continue writing or I can delete it. And I'll try 2 or 3 times, and if it keeps on, I'll just delete it. Now it lets me click on the heart, so you'll get the heart symbol that saw that I liked it, but it won't let me do, and that's been happening to me recently. So I don't know if YouTube's screwing with me or what it is. 8 in the house, 9 in the house, 12 likes. I don't know. I don't. Oh, and as I say, this is a hobby. A hobby. If I had to depend on money from it, I'd be starving to death. Yeah, probably, Uncle Al. That's what I attribute it to. I'm being screwed with. Right now, Elon Musk has got everybody on his butt about Twitter. He did an interview with the former president that had like 28 million views. And they're crying about election interference, and that he's giving them something of value. So they're suing Elon Musk right now over his Trump interview, because he uploaded an hour and a half Trump interview, which I have not seen. I saw a little blurb about it. No, I have not watched it. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Musk, when he first was taking over Twitter, tried to do because he liked Ron DeSantis, and he tried to do something with Ron DeSantis, and there was a problem. There was a problem with it. Well, nobody complained that he interviewed Ron DeSantis. But now the fact that he did an interview and uploaded it with Trump, oh man, the world's going to come to an end. And then the other thing I was, from the little blurb, they were talking about problems and solutions. How to solve things, how to change things to solve things, what should be being done. And, you know, do you have solutions for problems? How do you take care of problems? What do you do to make things better? Um, Trump came out with no taxes on tips. So if you are a waiter or a waitress, you get tips, eateries and such. Stop taxing tips. So the vice president liked that idea and tried to take credit for it. After Trump had already said that multiple times, and at the national, the Republican convention thing had already said that. Now she's trying to claim it. You know, the people who wanted to hire 88,000 new IRS agents to audit everybody, to bring in more money. Do you remember that? Well, Elon Musk is an African American. He came from Africa. Yes, he's white, but he was born in South Africa. He is a the richest man in the world. But the left gets all upset because how can you say he's African American when he's not black? And they're all upset about saying that, that he's African American. You can't please everybody. You can't please everybody. Decisions are made that are bad. Sometimes they make bad decisions because they want to spite somebody else. Like, there are people who will vote to continue the way things are so long as Trump doesn't get back in office. Like these never Trumper type, these people who claim to be Republicans, but they could never vote for Trump. I mean, they'll vote for the Antichrist before they vote for Trump. You know, I mean, as bad as things are, and things can get worse, but they'll vote for the worst candidate on the planet just to make sure that Trump doesn't get it. Because they're so crazy, hateful of Trump. You know. And you wonder, talks about end of days and people worshiping the Antichrist and they call it beast, and the mark of the beast and all this stuff. And you wonder, how is it that people would be so stupid, that they'd be so horrible that they would do stuff like that? You ask yourself the question, how is it that you have people that are so stupid? I mean, reportedly 81 million people voted for Biden. That's 5 or 6 million more than voted for Trump. And Trump got more, he got several million more votes than any Republican in history. As a matter of fact, he got, in 2020, the second most votes in history of anybody. Second most votes in an election. And you wonder, you just wonder, like polls. Oh, 42% of the people think, Biden's doing a great job, or they think Kamala will be a great president. And you think, who are these people? Who are these people? You know, where do they find these people? Take care, Scully Pop. Oh, hello, Mike Crusher. So, Mike, right now they have a 3-pack of Moors. They got the A, B, and C pack of Moors for $25 on Amazon. One of each. So I ordered a 3-pack set of the Moors. A pack of the A, a pack of the B, and a pack of the C together for $25. Tax, title, license delivered. And I'm going to do I'll do a video when it comes in, and we'll open it up and we'll do a, what all's in. I'll do a little review on it. But every once in a while, I'll do a review. I mean, you want to watch a ration review? Uncle Al did a ration review. He hasn't done, but he did a ration review. I had sent him some rations, and he opened one of them up, and he did a review of it. So you can actually go back into the archives. If you want to see Uncle Al eat and do a ration review, you can see him. He's hell on crackers because that cracker broke all up on him when he bit into it, as I recall. But I mean, I enjoyed watching him do that ration review. It's been probably a couple of years ago when he did it. Yep, Mores, Moors. Right now you can go on Amazon, and you can either buy the individuals for $10, or you can buy all three together for $25. So I bought the 3-pack, a pack A, a pack B, and a pack C, that is. No, More, Melinda, more. It's a modular, operational ration enhancement. It's extra. It's, in other words, it's extras. So you're out and about, and they don't have a filled kitchen, and they give you rations. They can give you a more, which is a pack of extra stuff in it. It won't be a main, but it'll be extras. It'll have extra stuff in it. Snack type stuff. It's a good way to say it. It is extra calories. You know. You'll have probably a smoothie. You might have a First Strike bar in it. Maybe a cookie. Some Skittles. It'll have several different little things in it. Maybe some trail mix combos. It'll have each one has a slightly different, might have a hot cocoa or a smoothie. fig bars. It'll have some different stuff in. So there are 3 different versions, and I got one of each. Nine in the house, 12 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. So last night, according to my snapshot, I had 129 views. The chat rate was 2. The peak concurrents were 12. Average view duration was 6 minutes and 5 seconds. And I had total watch time of a little over 13 watch hours cumulatively from the people who came in. Anytime I do a live stream and it has in excess of 10 hours from the initial viewing, I take that as a victory. Mm. When it comes in, I will do a video. That may be a video that I will do prior to 1700, or it may be one I do after. But be watching for me to release another video, and if I do, make sure you leave me a like and comment on it. It would be sad that you watched the last 20 of them, and then I dropped one more, and then 2 or 3 days later I hit 1700, and you hadn't watched it yet, or you hadn't left me a comment on it yet. And I've had that happen with people. And I've had people go through, and I go back and backtrack, and well, I missed one. They watched 4 and they missed one. You know. And it can happen to anybody. I have not won anything from anybody. I've had people send me stuff, and I've sent them stuff. We've had an exchange of boxes and such. And I appreciate that, and I'm sure they appreciate, you know, what I've sent them, and we've done exchanges and such. But I don't gamble. I don't worry about it. I mean, if I play bingo with somebody, I'm not worried about winning. If I play whatever, I'm not worried about winning. It doesn't matter if it makes you feel good to win. I'm not in competition with anybody. You know. And there's some people that like they'll lose their religion. They're so competitive. And you know, and then there are people who are really lucky. You know, they're lucky. Like they go play bingo and they win every time. They're lucky. You get a family together and you get 4 or 5 people playing bingo and they win just about every game. You know. And honestly, that's a good way to get resentment going. You know, don't win everything. Let somebody else win. You know. $16 watching. I don't know, Uncle Al. Maybe a little while ago. Right now I'm looking at 11. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Do unto others as you've had others do unto you. If we want to be forgiven, we have to forgive. I have no idea what this guy's saying. Bump to Sigma level Riz. I know what Sigma means, but I don't know. Level 3, I don't even know what that one is. Anybody care to interpret that for me? Thank you, Uncle Al. I think that was sort of a troll. They're not a creator and they don't have any subs. Thank you. They say you've made it when you hit a troll. I don't know. That may be the case. That is not somebody that is that's going to get standard moderator for me. So I've got one more day and then I got the weekend. Weekends are recovery time. I get up in the morning. I will probably get up in the morning about 5 o'clock. I'll be out of here early. Got to go get tacos. I said I'd bring tacos. Hopefully it'll be a good day. I've got my grade book set up. I've got my electronic attendance going. Working on lessons, getting grading done, putting stuff in. I've got my 360, behavioral stuff together where I can go and input how they behave. So I'm up and running. Room looks good. I've showed y'all videos of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And we're ready for the year. I hear you. I hear you. I'll bring a selection in the morning. Different people wanted different things. Chorizo and egg, sausage and egg, bean and egg, bacon and egg. Everybody likes their own flavor. Potato and egg. Everybody likes their own flavor. Thank you for coming, Uncle Al. I appreciate you. So it would behoove everybody to check to see what you have and think about what you need and what you don't have. And you have time to buy some of that stuff. The type of stuff that I send you is the type of stuff that you need to have. If you're somebody I haven't sent stuff to, look at what I've been putting in those boxes. Get some of that stuff. It's not that expensive. You can get it over a period of time. Make sure you have a good manual can opener. You have a good flashlight, matches. Get yourself a little folding stove, something that'll burn sterno or camp heat. Some way to boil water. You need to be able to boil water. Have yourself plenty of bottled water. You can get gallon jugs and refill them. Get yourself a supply of those. Right now, bottled water gallon jugs are about $1.15, $1.16. You need 20 or 30 of them to get by for a short haul. Have plenty of canned food, stuff that you like to eat. Have several boxes of crackers. They're not expensive. Have peanut butter and jelly, honey. Have oatmeal, packets of oatmeal that you can, put in a cup and put some hot water in it, and you got a meal with that. A couple of packets of oatmeal. It's not expensive. Get you ramen. Have soup, pottage meat, Vienna sausages, candy bars, food bars. Have little sachets of lemonade or grape or whatever your flavor is that you can put in a bottle of water. If you can get it cold, it's best to have it cold. It's been a long day. Tomorrow's Friday. I will try to be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Life is good, but it is what it is. Everybody, get up in the morning. Thank God for the day. Say the Lord's Prayer. Take your medication. If you take medication, drink your coffee. Get ready for the day. Be safe. And hopefully we'll see you back here tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. Bye-bye. Thank you.